It's officially on. It's the 14th of July, and we are filling up baskets with tomatoes. See, I'm gonna pull a whole bunch of these fountain and grape right now. A lot of them are ready. And then I see over there, I have some Paul Robeson ready. And then I gotta check on the Kellogg's Breakfast and the Blue Beauties and see if any of them are ready. But from now on, from this day forward, right through August and September, we should be getting a regular harvest every day, every other day. So I can't pick them all. But this is spectacular. Yeah. That's my first Paul Robeson of the season. Oh yes, my first real Paul Robeson. And I have some bread in the house. Tomato sandwich coming up. I cannot believe the size of all these Kellogg's Breakfast. They're getting nice and big in here. Yeah, there's plenty of them. Nice size. But they're not even starting to turn yet. They're just gonna keep putting them out. That's it. We're doing phenomenal on these tomatoes. So I can tell you right now, 100% convinced that I just watched the bee go from pepper to pepper. Remember I put 3 different kinds of peppers in the same bed? Because I wanted to see if I can get some hot peppers crossed over with the other peppers. Because I have, right now, these datil peppers are delicious. And I have these chili peppers right next to it. So I just watched the bee going from the chili peppers to the datil peppers. So hopefully we're gonna get a whole new, exciting kind of pepper out of the deal. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. They're doing well. And the horseradish, I don't know if you remember, I ordered the big, beautiful horseradish crowns, and they sent me these 5 little bitty pieces, like they chopped it into quarters, pieces of horseradish, no leaves. I sprouted them in a kitchen in one of Miss Karen's cereal bowls. She wasn't happy about that, but the point is, yeah, I can't use her kitchen dishes anymore. She had no bowls and no plates left. I had them all over the house with seeds drying. So I come up with something different. But this horseradish right here, it's finally growing. I don't know what to expect this summer. I put it in several beds. Here's a couple of more. This horseradish, and I got a couple down there. I have it in with some Roma tomato plants. That lawnmower next door is a little loud. I hope you can still hear me, but I have horseradish in 3 different beds. I have it in with tomatoes and I have it in with peppers. And we'll see. I don't know what to expect. This is a 100% experiment for me. Doesn't matter how many videos you watch or how much you read. Until you do it, you don't know. We have this summer been successful with the cucumbers, so now I know unless I have a trellis, I'm not growing cucumbers. Because all the cucumbers with trellises are doing fabulous. Squash is doing fabulous. You just got to get them before the ants. These ants are no joke. This is our second bed with Paul Robeson. I only have 4 Paul Robeson in this bed, but they look like they're doing very good. All of the leaves are nice and green. I don't see anything trying to eat them. And I have the tomato cages right next to me here because I'll be putting some tomato cages on them. Now, I have not been outside in this yard to water for a whole week. I do not have underground reservoirs on these square beds. I only put them on the big round pipes. I ran out of plastic, but it's okay. It seems if you really wet these things down good, there's only 4 little drain holes on the bottom, so the water kind of stays in here. Because I didn't water them for a week, and it was 98, 99, 100 degrees every day for a week. I wasn't here for a week, and they're still doing wonderful. That just really encourages my heart. We're doing very well. These 4 Paul Robesons are doing great. I showed you my first Paul Robeson I picked yesterday. I will stop for some bread and make a tomato sandwich for lunch today. Absolutely. Just out of curiosity, what do you think's going to happen? This one pepper plant right here, that one is these little teeny tiny orange peppers. I bought them at the farmer's market last summer. I don't even remember what they're called. So I marked them tiny orange. Little teeny tiny orange, beautiful, sweet tasting peppers. Right next to it, I have the datil peppers right here. And then the other 2 big ones, that's the fire, I call them fire chili peppers. They were a couple of peppers that crossed over and they were like fire. What do you think's gonna happen? Datil, orange, and fire. No telling what we're gonna get out of the deal. And we'll keep those seeds and plant them somewhere separate next year. But I'll tell you what, it's fun to play around with these things and see what you can get. Just like our fountain and sweet grape. Those tomatoes, I will always be appreciative of how that turned out. I think I got to take a trip over there to our Everglades tomatoes. I had Anthony picking on that side of the yard yesterday. He said, "Hey, what is this? A big white pumpkin?" So I got to go see what he was talking about. I had to get in the house. I couldn't stay out here. I had to go see the kids. But, oh, look at the pimento peppers. The pimento peppers are doing fabulous. Look at this. I have a whole lot of pimento peppers on these plants. This bed's doing marvelous. Remember what this little tree was? This was that pecan tree that we planted. Now we had transplanted it, it lost some of the roots, so the top died off, and now we have all brand new growth coming out of the bottom. So one day this pecan tree might be a behemoth, dropping thousands of pecans. Well, maybe not. I don't know what's gonna happen. If I live long enough to see that, that would be a miracle. So the rosemary I planted in here with the pimento peppers, that's doing pretty good. Miss Karen likes rosemary. I can't stand it. I hate when she puts it in chicken. So she doesn't put it in chicken anymore. She sneaks it in some recipes and I don't know, so apparently I like it when I don't know it's there. So the pimento peppers, they doing wonderful. Plenty of peppers, nice size. They're gonna turn red. When they turn red, we pick them. Over here, I'm looking at the garlic seeds from, remember this? This is our elephant garlic. Oh yeah, it's getting nice, dry, and crunchy. Pretty soon we're gonna cut this and pick these seeds out. And we're not losing a single one. We're not gonna lose a single one. Next year I'm gonna be growing elephant garlic all over the place. Elephant garlic and Egyptian walking onions are gonna be all over the yard. A lot of sweet potato vines that are growing down to the ground. They're gonna grow potatoes in the ground. I'm not ready to get on my hands and knees. You see all the sweat pouring off my face right now, and that's just from walking around the garden for the past hour. Yeah, one pot, one plant. I'm sweating, so I'm gonna cut a bunch of these vines, take the ends, and I'm gonna go root them. And in about a week, I'm gonna start a whole bunch more sweet potato plants. And I will let them go all the way up until the end of October. Until the vines die, I'm gonna let them grow. We'll get some smaller potatoes, but we'll get a lot more potatoes out of them. So I'm not letting them grow down on the ground. So you can see, They're no joke. See them over there? Yeah, they trying to escape the sweet potato beds. Oh, wow. Let me show you just for the heck of it, I had all these extra sunflowers growing. So many of them germinated that I put a bunch of them in our sweet potato beds. And I was worried that the sweet potatoes might try to climb up them, but guess what? You see that one up there? That chocolate cherry's growing. Look at these. Can you see them? So we have sunflowers growing in with our sweet potatoes. How cool is that? You can see them from all the way across the yard. Oh, geez. So I had some extra cattle panels that we had bent to put in the middle of the tomato cages, and they were just sitting over here. Well, this squash plant took full advantage. It's growing straight across it like it was a squash trellis, and it's growing right into a sweet potato bed, the last sweet potato bed we planted. The sunflowers, they're thriving. I mean, look at them all. Woo! Our first year of actually being successful with sunflowers, and it's over the top. From where I'm standing, I see sunflower blooms everywhere. It's amazing to me. It's amazing. It's our first successful year, and it's not even a little success. It is over the top. And we're gonna save plenty of these flowers, then we're gonna get plenty of the seeds. And I think this right here, this just shows you. You let them grow, they'll do what they're supposed to do. And the squash, I don't know, there's gotta be 50 or 60 squash blooms here. And a bunch of baby squashes growing. That's a couple hundred of those purple asparagus seeds in my pocket. And then right here, that's the cuttings I just took off the Japanese yam. And in the basket, I have the Beauregard sweet potatoes and the purple sweet potatoes. I mixed them up. But the point is, I cut them. I just filled a 5-gallon bucket with water. And in here, I'm gonna go ahead and put the yams. And over there, I have a blue container already filled with water. That's where I'm gonna put the sweet potatoes. It's the 15th of July. So when I come back, you're gonna see how much they've grown roots. Probably only gonna take a week, week and a half, and they're gonna be ready to go into the next bed. Then I'm gonna plant a sweet potato yam bed together. I'm gonna plant them both in the bed because I have a couple of beds we haven't planted yet. So they're being wasted. Might as well grow something that we know we love to eat, and it'll last us all winter in the cupboard or in the closet. Wherever we put them, they're gonna last all winter. Droopy Japanese yam, they're gonna be slips. As soon as it grows roots, they're officially Japanese yam slips. And I'm gonna go, like I said, I'm gonna put the sweet potatoes and the yams in one of these beds I have, and we're gonna let it ride till the end of October. Surely they'll keep growing. I mean, it's South Carolina. We'll have good weather. And we're gonna get a bunch of potatoes and a bunch of yams that we wouldn't have got if I left those vines on the ground, because they would have grown them in the ground and I never would have dug them up. That's a lot of work. Digging them out in between the grass and the weeds and everything else. No way. And that's going to be the sweet potato slips. Yeah, it's mostly purple. A little bit of Beauregard. The point is, they're going to root. The other ones are going to root. I'll come back when we plant them. It's just a fabulous way to grow food without even thinking about it. Because once you plant them, you walk away. That's it. Well, the only reason I'm cutting those vines, because they will grow on the ground and they'll put potatoes where I really don't want to have to work to get them from. Just too much for me right now. I'll get there. Yep, it's the 14th or it's the 15th. July 15th, 2024. It says 396. I get on it with my phone. It says 397. I'll take it. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a good day. It's a beautiful day. You can do it. One pot, one plant, one patio. You're never too old. You're never too sick. You're never too out of shape. Just start and it'll grow. Yesterday it was hot out, so I didn't get too much accomplished in my yard. I spent most of the day at my mother-in-law's because somebody's got to plant tough flowers before they die in the pots. So yesterday she had 13 plants planted, and we cleaned up all the little piles. I didn't do it. I let Anthony do it. But the point is, it's a good day.